What's up, beasts? Welcome to the first class, where no white trash is allowed. Figured I'll do a little Q&A this week, because I didn't really find any subjects that were worth making a 10 to 15 minute video about all by themselves. So, without further ado, let's get on to these questions. Question number 1. Can you do a video on the benefits of NoFAP? No. And the reason why is because there are no benefits to NoFAP. Okay, there are probably 1,000 guys out there that have whole entire YouTube channels about NoFAP. 60-day NoFAP, 120-day NoFAP, 1,000 days NoFAP. And not one of these guys has ever produced a shred of results. It makes no difference whether you beat off 3 times a day or 3 times a year or 3 times in your whole entire life. Okay? If you have a good work life, a good job, you have a good social life, you're not going to see any benefits by not masturbating, okay? But if you're in your 20s and you live with your parents and you beat off all day long because you're a naughty little pervert, don't beat off anymore. I want you to go a year without beating off. Never watch internet porn. Stay away from it. But if you're a normal, healthy person, you have a good life, you have a good job, you have a good social life, then you are going to see no benefits from NoFAP. Next question. What are your thoughts on foreign women versus American women? All right, so in America, we have all different types of women. Do you like white girls, black girls, Latinas, Asians, whatever you like? We have all of them. If you can't get women in your hometown, you're probably not going to do any better regardless of where you go. And the reason why is because if you want to date a foreign woman, you only have 2 options. Option number 1, you can go to her. And if you're going to pack up and move, you're going to leave your whole entire life behind just to go meet a woman somewhere in the world. That's a pretty good indicator, and she's probably going to pick up on the fact that you are such a loser that you have nothing going on in your life, so you just packed up looking for a woman in a different country. I mean, that's a sad story. Let's just be honest. That's pretty bad. And she's gonna realize that. It's not gonna take long for her to understand that you are, kind of a loser. So that's not a good idea. Don't be a loser. Get a good life going on right here in your hometown, and you won't have to do that. Now, option number 2 is you can bring a foreign woman to you. And the problem with that is you're going to bring her here to America, and within a year or 2, she's going to assimilate to the American lifestyle, and she's going to be just like all the other American girls. And that's, you're basically just going to be a stepping stone. Eventually she'll monkey branch, but right now you're not even the monkey branch. You're just the stepping stone. She's just going to use you to get in the country, and then hypergamy is going to kick in and she's going to leave you. So that's not a good idea. Just find a woman that you can relate to in your hometown. Now, it's okay to date foreign women. If you're attracted, if you like their accents or whatever, if you meet a foreign woman, you can date her, but do not do it because it's your only option or you think you can't find a woman in America. Because if you can't find a woman here, you can't find a woman anywhere. They're easier here than they are anywhere else. Anyways, next question. What are your thoughts on eating ass? Does it boost testosterone? Does it build confidence? Yes, yes, and yes. Next question. Will you ever speak at a men's convention? Okay, probably not. And the reason why is because most of these conventions charge $1,000 and up for guys to get into. And most of the speakers at these conventions are, small-time internet celebrities. Now, when I was 16 years old, I went to a convention where Arnold Schwarzenegger spoke at, and I paid $5 to get into it. I paid $5 to get life advice from Arnold Schwarzenegger. So I'm not going to charge $1,000 for people to come get life advice from me. It's not worth it. I know that. You know that. It's a bad idea. Now, I'm not knocking anybody's hustle. You know, if somebody is charging $1,000 to speak and people are willing to pay $1,000 for it, then so be it. But that's not something I'm going to get involved in because, come on, let's face it, it's just not worth it. Can you make a video on bald cells? Okay, so a bald cell is an involuntarily celibate person who is involuntarily celibate because they are bald. They have a receding hairline that's going really far back. Okay, if you're balding, if you have a terrible receding hairline that just looks pathetic, you need to shave your head. Clean shaven. You know, the Joe Rogan look. Even Michael Jordan knew when it was the right time to shave his head, and he did just fine. I have a full head of hair, and sometimes I'm jealous of these super clean cut, bald, you know, shaved head dudes. You know, sometimes I want to shave my own head. There have been times in the past when I have shaved my own head. And, you know, it's a way better option than the fucking horseshoe where you're missing half the hair on the top. Lift weights, get a tan, shave your head. Next question. Will you talk about dating single moms? Okay, I try to avoid this subject. Everybody else talks about this. But personally, guys, you know, you're in control of your own life. If you're going to date a single mother, you have to understand at least two things, maybe more. I'm not going to go on and on, but the two biggest things. Number one, you're never going to be first in her life. Her kids are always going to come first. And as a matter of fact, her baby daddy is probably going to come before you because, you know, she's going to have all sorts of custody battles, you know, child support, maybe shared parenting. So the two of them are going to communicate on a regular basis. So you're going to have to deal with the fact that she's always going to be communicating with her ex, and you're basically like third place in her life. And then if the two of you get serious, she's going to expect for you to be like, you know, play that fatherly role a lot of the time. That comes with the territory, right? You are a male role model in the kid's life, and she's going to expect you to, you know, own that role. So those are two things that you would have to deal with. And if you're not willing to deal with those two things, then don't date single mothers. You know, if you're perfectly fine with doing those two things, then by all means, date single mothers. That's entirely up to you. You know, I'm sure there's dudes out there that are dating single mothers and married single mothers and even had more babies with single mothers, and that's the life they live, and they're perfectly 100% happy. You know, if that's the route you want to go, then go for it. But a lot of guys don't want to go that route. So if you don't want to go that route, then don't go that route. That's my opinion on that. You know, that's kind of why I haven't made a video on it, because it's entirely up to you, not up to me. Hang on, I've got a phone call and I'm not going to answer it right now. I should put this bitch on blast right here in front of the world for interrupting me. I should talk downright filthy to her. Okay, anyways. How can I stop being afraid of attractive women? You are not afraid of attractive women. No man on the planet is afraid of women. What you are afraid of is not living up to the standard of men that she usually dates. And this is why I think pickup is a scam. This is why I think game is a joke. Because, listen, if you know you're living up to the standard that she's used to dating, like in your head, maybe you're a 5 and she's a 10. So you feel like she's usually dating 10s, you don't live up to it, makes you insecure, you're afraid. But if you were a 10 and she was a 5, then in your head, she's usually dating 5s and 6s and 7s and you're a fucking 10. So you're like a god, you're gonna be confident. You know, game is gonna come naturally, because game is essentially confidence, charisma, you know, how you talk to her. And if you feel like you are the man, like you're her best option, that shit's gonna come naturally. You know, that's why I say work on your looks, your money, and your status. Lift weights, you know, work on yourself financially, whatever that means to you. Maybe you need more income. Maybe you need to make smarter decisions with your money, you know, manage your money better. Whatever it is, work on your looks, your money, and your status. When that stuff is high, when you know you're like an 8 or a 9, you know, you look good, you feel good, you've got some financial freedom, life is good, then you are a catch. You know you're a good catch, and you're not going to be afraid to talk to women. Don't worry about all that pickup and that game shit. Just level up. Once you level up and you know you're at a level where women see you as a fucking catch, then you're going to have a lot of women throwing themselves out at you. A lot of women are going to be validating you. Your confidence is going to get bigger and bigger, and before you know it, you're going to be a fucking certified slayer. And that's really all there is to that. You're not actually afraid of women. You're just afraid of not meeting the standard that she's used to, you know, getting with. So level up. Be a couple of steps above her, and you'll no longer have that fear. Hope that answers that question. Guys, that's about all the questions that I have that are actually worth making any sort of a response about. I hope this video was somewhat informative. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it was entertaining. But you know what? Even if you didn't like the video, subscribe to the fucking channel anyways. LFA signing out.